Let's go.
Dr. Rosie Milligan, one of the most sought-after speakers on the circuit today. Her live internet talk show, Express Yourself, is the most provocative, thought-provoking, and talked-about radio show on the internet. There's no holds barred, and Dr. Milligan puts the B in bold. She brings it every Tuesday live at 10 a.m. Pacific and 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Dr. Rosie has been proclaimed the most provocative female writer of the century. Her books include Satisfying the Black Man and Black Woman Sexually Made Simple, Why Black Men Choose White Women, and the book Nigga Please. These books have raised eyebrows across the country. She has authored 21 books and published 350 titles for authors nationwide. Check Dr. Rosie out at drrosie.com for her books, articles, and archives of her internet talk show. Sit at the feet of wisdom. Dr. Milligan is indeed a timekeeper and scorekeeper. She is the clock, calendar, and almanac for Black America. You need to hear her.
Good morning, top of the morning, you guys. We're coming to you from sunny California. Yes, that's right. You're listening to the Express Yourself Hour. I am your host, Dr. Rosie Milligan, coming to you live with nothing but straight talk, folks. Yes, that's how we do it around here, nothing but straight talk. Let me introduce my co-host, Mr. Keith Swanson. People keep calling him the AI man. They just do not believe he exists. I keep telling you all. Keith, I don't know why you won't show your face or do something that people think I'm lying. They say, I believe he's AI. We've never seen him. And I tell him, I say, recognize his voice. He's always at the conference. He's talking, and you guys cannot catch him. You know, last year, we had a thing out that anybody would catch Keith and call me and tell me they got it. I think it went up to Keith. Nobody got the money.
Nobody got the money, huh?
I don't understand, Keith, because you never change your voice. You know, I don't know. But anyway, how are you doing this morning, Keith?
I am doing great. Waiting to be uploaded as we speak.
Well, I tell you, AI is gone buck wild. The people gone buck wild with it. But I tell you, I just love it. And, you know, I tell people I'm not one who get out in the street and march and pick it. But I've been
recording in progress.
If they ever try to take AI off the market, I'm going to be out there. I'm going to be in the march, okay? I'm not playing.
AI is the market now. So.
Well, you know, as we say, it's not coming. It's already here.
It's already here, yeah. The bear's out. Okay,
right, so. Absolutely. Well, today, folks, we have a great show and a great guest, a longtime friend of mine. Folks, this is unique. The show we have today, usually we just have one person on, you know, sometime two, but today is such a special day because we have our guest today. We have the guest on and we have his spouse. Did you guys hear what I said? Now, you know, you don't get that. You don't get the backup to witness because the wife knows exactly what's going on. And this is a dual team. And that's what's so important. You know, in our lives, we should have, they say it's a marriage, it's a partnership, it's a friendship. It's a housewife.
It's a corporation also.
It's a nurse. It's everything. That's what we all wrapped up in one. So I am so happy to have Mr. L.C. Green. Mr. L.C. Green is well known for his business consultant, and he's a tax expert. I mean, people call on him from all over wanting advice about what can I do and how can I do it. So I tell you, I'm saying that because you don't wait till tax season and then try to call him. You want to get planned all year.
Oh, we got to have him back to explain what's coming with the big, beautiful bill.
I know.
That's going to change a lot of stuff in taxes. I mean, a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be for the good. It seems like it's going to be for the good, though.
For some people, it's going to be good, and some people, not so good. So.
Well, we're going to have him back to tell us what the big, beautiful bill is going to do for us.
It's going to do for us, yeah.
For our tax next year. That's for those who work, and so many people don't have to worry about it because they ain't got no job, they've been fired, they've been laid off, they ain't going to have nothing to report. But we definitely need to write information. That's what makes it different. So that's it, Mr. L.C. Green, his wife Shirley. She's an educator, she's a trainer. And she is, I mean, if you want somebody to be a moderator for your event, That's your go-to, okay? You're going to get up on time, and you're going to sit your butt down on time. That's why I love Miss Shirley. She know how to run the house, okay? Good morning, LC, and good morning, Shirley.
Good morning.
Well, it's good to have both of you. So today, we're going to talk about the hidden gold. The hidden gold. Veteran benefits that you are not using for yourself, your spouse, and your children. Too many veterans are suffering in silence. And it's not from lack of service. The service are out there. It's from a lack of knowledge. All because you just didn't know. You know, there are billion. I didn't say million. I said billion of dollars, administrative dollars, that's unclaimed every year. Why? Because people was never told about. Well, you say, let me retract it. There has been opportunities for people to know, but you can't get people off of Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok. Get yourself up and go and learn something, because the information is out there. In fact, while I'm on that note, even coming up this Saturday, folks, get your pen and your paper so you can call your friends and relatives. This Saturday, Mr. Green is hosting a workshop, seminar, dealing with veteran benefits, having people who boots on the ground. So we want to know where the fans at. Okay? So we want to see you there, and make sure before we close this show out, make sure that you give the address and how people, give that information, Okay. So we talked about the many different things that we suffer because of lack of knowledge. So that's why we're bringing this knowledge to you. So let me ask Mr. Green. Mr. Green, I understand that some of the benefits are, medical care, education, housing, so many different benefits. So can you tell the audience how you really got involved with receiving your benefits? And let's talk about some of the misnomers. People in the street, they just know everything. Girl, oh, you can't get that because you didn't do this or you didn't do that. All this hearsay chitty-chat. Look how many people go so long without getting the benefits because they listen to the street corner lawyer, the street corner person who have never got a benefit in their life, or they got one and thought that was all to it, so they think that's all you can do. So, Mr. Green, let's talk about your journey as a veteran and receiving veteran benefit. Let's talk about when you were ignorant about it.
Yeah, that's a good point. I was definitely ignorant on the benefits, and to start off, I got trapped with Agent Orange.
Okay.
A lot of people don't understand Agent Orange can creep up on you at any time. It took about 50 years for it to catch up with me. And I was ignorant to the fact that I thought you couldn't file for your benefits until you were really, really sick. And a friend of mine kept coming by, named Harold Collins. He kept coming by telling me about the VA benefits and the stuff we were exposed to. And then I had a friend that she would be with us this Saturday. One of my client's friends, she would be here Saturday. She used to work at the VA. She just retired. And she started helping. And then with my spouse, Shirley, she was really the key person in helping me and other vets. Because now people call on us when they need things. And we don't keep it to ourselves. People are kind of ignorant, Rosie, Keith, Jamal, to the fact that they think if you have your VA medical benefits, that you have to use the VA doctors. You do not. You have to see the doctors at the VA at least once a year. But You got the doctors, medical, dental, and all of those things to help out. But you can keep your regular doctor, but the VA want to make sure, I guess the reason they want to see you once a year, you get a once a year exam, and that's because call your provider, he or she, that doctor will examine you and make a report to the VA. But to keep your benefits, you have to use some of the VA facilities. Now, the VA have things like medical apparatus like wheelchairs, prosthetics, scooters, crutches, canes, all of that good stuff there for you. You got your dental benefits, you got your medical dental benefits, you even have nutritional benefits, where if you own a certain type of protein drinks or something, the VA got that they can get that for you. You also have pharmacy benefits, like if I see you got the good, what's that, RX and all of those things, but the VA, if you're a vet, you can get those benefits for pharmaceutical, maybe a bit less than going to, different
Right.
RX and all of those things. So it's just a lot of benefits there. And I get amazed at the people that have not shared this
Mm-hmm.
with each other, because we find these people that's been 100% of VA benefits for years, and they never tell anybody.
And that's a lot of money they've been missing, especially 100%. And there have been a lot of people in 100% for 10 or 15 years, but they didn't know it. So the difference in benefit, monetary benefit for 100% and just regular, compensation makes a great difference, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, it's you need that help, and the veterans has paid for it. You paid you put your life on the line, survive like I did and others did. You deserve it, but your spouses, that's a benefit that you can pass on to your spouse, and then you can get, depending on your circumstances, you can help your kids with college, your grandkids with college.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of benefit. Now here's the key: a lot of people be I don't want them to love. This is what cracked me up, Keith, Jamal, Rosie. I don't want them knowing my business.
Really, right.
You got a social security number, okay?
Yes. Yeah.
They already know your
No,
business.
yeah.
So you don't want your benefits because you don't want them to know your business.
And you've been part of the military. Anybody's been in the military, you're trapped. Okay, I don't care who you are for the rest of your life. Okay.
And if you're broke, you ain't got no business.
Even if you're homeless as a vet, they know where you are. Okay.
Yeah, and it's strange, right? You got a military ID and a social
And
security.
security number. Yep.
And you don't want anybody to know your business.
Yeah, people get. We try to keep people from getting frustrated. Because it's paperwork, and
Okay.
it's going to see things, and it's answering questions, and you gotta tell people what you're doing, why you need it, and a lot of people say I don't want to go through all of that paperwork. But if you get in the hospital to get sick, you go through the paperwork anyway. So I always tell people, go and tell people, talk. And my wife Shirley was one of the biggest she's been the biggest advocate for helping, because now when we didn't even know people was vets, and someone would say, so-and-so had a heart attack. And we asked them to call you, and we'll have to tell them what to do. Not only that, They got a caregivers program that the spouse can participate in. You can have a caregiver and a spousal caregiver, and most people don't know that.
Well,
They
let me ask you, will they pay the spouse?
Yeah,
Hot diggity dog. I'm gonna marry me a veteran. God dog it come with
I want to interject on this, and Elsie, if you don't mind, just kind of recapping. For most, and in our case, what we knew about benefits for the VA is that once you was discharged, you can get education and you can have a GI Bill to buy your house.
Yeah.
That was like the knowledge that we had about benefits for VA. It is true that we or LC chose not to register right away because he was healthy, and his friend kept insisting that go ahead and get in the system because it takes a while. And when LC did get ill and we were signing up for it, it took a year for it to go into effect. Now, you mentioned people at 100% and not knowing. The back pay goes from the date that you register with them. And it took then a year. Now, he's in his fifth year, and the computers and technology has advanced, so it may not be as long. But you have to go through their qualifying process where you see their doctors and they examine you to determine what percentage of benefits you would be entitled to. And they do encourage you that any and everything that ailments that you have to make them aware, because we don't know where a lot of your problems, came from. And some of it could be because of what you were exposed to as a veteran or the equipment and things that you did. So there's a number of visits that you must see their doctors, and that's all in the qualifying stage. Once you have been qualified and everything, you have the option to stay with your current doctor if you're satisfied with the treatment that you're receiving to them. And there are other benefits that the VA may be more advanced because they're dealing with more of the issues than your doctor.
Right.
So, you don't have to go 100% with the VA in your medical treatment. They do have dental, and most doctors, if you're not diabetic, they will not do podiatrists. But the VA, you can, because, your body changes. So dental, vision, and podiatrists are the ones that he has elected to do. LC did mention that you have to go annually to see their doctor, and that is to check your progress or to make sure that you're getting what you need according to, your condition.
Right. So they're making sure that you get what you need, right?
Right. And he went through physical therapy. He went through occupational therapy. You ask for, you let them know what what you need.
Right.
And they will schedule it. And like he mentioned, the tools and stuff that we have to support him.
Oh, yeah. I went to visit LC. LC got this wheel, what's this thing that go all over? He lives upstairs, So he got this, what do you call it?
Stair lift.
Stair lift. I said, doggone it, I need a stair lift. I mean, they roll out the carpet. They give you everything, and to think that they would compensate. Let me repeat that. Are you saying that they would compensate the spouse for caring for the veteran?
You have the option of the caregiver, which he has, that you met, Rosie, Jamie. And this caregiver is there, but they've always had, we didn't know, but you can have the spouse who's there the hours that the caregiver isn't there doing caregiving things that they will compensate that caregiver.
Wait a minute, y'all. Hot diggity dog. Did you guys hear that?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you
So
talking
your
about,
spouse, yes,
yes.
your spouse can. And it's all
I
in
still
qualified.
say I'm gonna marry me a veteran. I still say, but
Mm-hmm.
Shirley, what I'm hearing here, and then I'm gonna take some comments from the people. It's so important. I keep telling people how important it is for if they're married to try to find a way to stay married. It benefit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, we're going to do a whole show as to who benefit the most in a marriage, the man or the woman.
Oh, that's gonna be a fight. That's gonna be a
But
fight.
it's important to have an advocate. I can't express that enough because women are more eager and more determined to fight for their husband when he's sick or for his benefit. Men are just not up to that. They like to, well, I don't want to be bothered. So you take somebody like Shirley, I'm telling you, Shirley make them bring out benefits that she'll make them create some new benefits, okay? So that's the kind of person you need in your life. So it is so important. Ricky is my other co-host who have just joined us. Ricky, this is the first time we had a husband and wife on the show together. So I think this is absolutely incredible. We're talking about the benefits. We're talking about leaving billions of dollars on the table.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and if some of these relatives, Shirley, I believe, had this information. That's why I want you to get that address and everything out for me for Saturday for the seminar that's going to go over and talk about the benefit. Some of these people that's on the street would not be on the street if the family knew what benefits were really available to them. And don't mention the fact that the barrier benefit, and that includes, and now, we need that more than ever because all these GoFundMe people can't afford to have insurance, or when they decide to get it, they're at an age that they can't be insured. But if they're a veteran, they have the barrier benefits, and I know the spouse have those benefits too, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
What about the children? Let's talk about what the children. Think about some of these veterans that have children that they may be estranged from.
Yeah, I had a friend. He was in the Air Force, right? And his daughter was because he was a vet doing Cal Vet, was able to go to college for free.
There's so many things.
So many things.
Let me pause. Elaine, you've been on here for a minute. Do you have any questions or comments? I want to always make sure that we have Motorola on here. So if you do, you can hit react and raise your hand or just open your mic and
open your mic and talk. Yes.
Yeah, I do have a small question for Mr. Green. Thank you for your service, and for Mrs. Green also, your being part of his life is part of service too. I wanted to ask, how should we approach someone who's a veteran and ask them if they need help? Should I first say, sir, are you a veteran? And then say, thank you for your service. And then say, can I help you? Or I don't want someone to feel like, that I am taking pity on them.
Yeah, that's a good question. First of all, thank you for your support. The way I do it and the way Shirley do it is we mostly, a veteran, mostly let you know that they're a vet. Some of them wear caps like mine. You can see that say Vietnam vet, and some have Air Force. And the conversation start, and you just the best thing that I found is say, are you getting your benefits?
That's it. That's what I was going to say. When you see a veteran, ask they say a veteran, are you getting your full benefit? And if they say yes, well, may I ask, not being nosy, because I thought I was getting full benefit. Do you know what the full benefits are? Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Yeah, because they think they get it there. Oh, yeah, I can go to the doctor. I can go to the dentist. If I die, they're going to bury me. But that's not all to the story. So it's about education. And you guys are throwing it down. Shirley, UNLC, I appreciate you all for what you're doing. And let me just stop right now and ask you to give that address and time out for Saturday. Because people, if you have a veteran, a loved one, someone you know have someone that's a veteran, if they don't want to go, go for them. Go for them and you get the information.
Here you go.
Okay, it's New Philadelphia AME, Butler Hall. It's the church, and at Butler Hall, 6380 Orange Avenue, and that's in Long Beach. 6380 Orange Avenue, Long Beach. There's a parking lot 1 block before you get to the church. If you're coming south, the 1 block, you'll see the parking lot before entering the building. But there is parking on the street as well. It's from 10 to 12. It will be light refreshments. So if you have to drive and miss breakfast, there'll be light refreshments. We have several speakers, individuals who have worked for the VA and who are working with the VA still will be speaking, and they're going to bring information with them to help you to identify with what services you might be interested in or required or need, and the different location and resource books. And the one regarding the benefits, once a veteran, we encourage veterans, if you could, wear the hat, because that gets a lot of attention. Before OC didn't have his hat, his brother brought him one.
Mm-hmm.
Once he put that hat on, we walk into the restaurant, they're giving you discounts and sometimes a free meal.
Mm-hmm.
They're putting you, pulling him out of line and putting him in first place.
What?
Yes, I have to tell you, at MGM this past week, they pulled us out of the lounge, out of the line, and took us to the VIP lounge to check in. The veteran hat, let the public know that you are a veteran. Put that hat on, and there's been a lot of benefits just come from just wearing that hat.
Well, let me say to all you women out there, y'all been looking and searching everywhere. Y'all better try to find you a veteran. That's all I got to say. All right, okay. Elaine, did that answer your question?
Yes, it did. Thank you so much.
Okay, Motorola, you have a comment? I see Mary Freeman jumped on. If you guys have a comment, just jump right in. Ricky?
Unmute, because the microphone mute is all the way to the left.
Yes, so, to unmute yourself.
To unmute yourself.
Ricky, what's going on? That's my co-host.
Oh, I'm good. I'm listening. This is good information.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's great, and it's timely and is very necessary, especially for those people who are just clueless of what's out there as far as what's available, benefits, and the reason why I got in late is it took a while for me to connect. I don't know what, the systems be tripping, but I do have a question. I don't know if it's been discussed already, but when a veteran passes away, does the benefit stop for the kids?
Oh.
No, depends.
The benefits that the vet is receiving is passed on to the spouse.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Wait a minute. So the spouse, wait. Okay, Keith, go ahead.
I'll say even some things like auto insurance and stuff like that the kids can take advantage of. That's cheaper. Joining
our daughter does take advantage. Our daughter's the auto insurance. Her son is driving. He's only 17.
Mm-hmm.
So the other carriers she had to switch, but she is with the auto insurance through it.
Auto insurance. Sometimes the commissary also.
We go to the commissary.
Also, one thing people don't realize, also the credit unions. Okay, of the military, like Navy, Army, stuff like that. They give you cheaper rates. So there's a lot of things that can be passed down not only to the vet but also to the children.
Yes.
I still say, women, y'all better try to find you a vet.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that is incredible. Because I think one lady told me whatever her husband is getting, that she's getting the same amount of money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Y'all better listen. Y'all, we going somewhere with this one. Okay, Mary, did you have a comment, Mary Freeman?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we
I
can.
I used to work for the VA,
Okay. Jump in.
and there's two types of benefits.
Mm-hmm.
There's service connection, and then there's a pension that a veteran can receive. And when it's under service connection, yes, the wife can receive benefits, but if it's non-service connected, no, it's based on her income, if she has an income to receive benefits.
Okay.
Death benefits.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, that's another big thing because I had a friend that just died. He, the one that was in the Air Force, right? Okay, if you need to be buried, guess what? Automatically have a plot. So
Right.
So in other words, instead of spending $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 on burials and services like that, that's included. So I don't know. That's kind of morbid, but yeah.
But that's big, and the commissary, you know, you can buy what? I mean, food. Can you buy furniture? What are all the things you can get at the commissary?
Everything.
The food, we go to the one in L.A. The Air Force, and the exchange is there. The exchange is where you get clothing and shoes and jewelry and stuff. The commissary, I found that the pricing is about the same. Some items a little less, but you don't pay taxes, so it makes it easier for you. But one other thing about the caregiver, not all male patients are happy with their caregivers. We have a friend, and so but he can't be alone, so he goes to adult daycare. The veteran has adult daycare, and he goes there and plays dominoes, and he just is content and everything. So, but the caregiver for us is like, if the spouse, we need to go to the doctor's appointments and do things, hair did and nails and all that stuff. So it's good to have that caregiver. I mean, they compensate you so that you can have some me time, rest time.
But look how many people are not getting that, Shirley, because they don't know. They're spending 24/7 with their spouse, whether it's male or female, because they're not aware of those benefits. So just like I said,
we were one. We did.
And I'm glad that you've taken yourself as a mission for this, that you all are out helping people, because that relieved the family so much. I look at women and men who struggle 24/7 trying to take care of a spouse when they really could have that help, because you do need that me time. You need to be free at some point, So I just hope there's a way that we can get this information out. And let's look at what are some of the barriers that stops people, because I think one of the things is a lack of information. What are some of the barriers that you see that block veterans from getting what they need, other than listen to somebody on the street corner acting like they know everything? You can't do this. You can't get that.
What I've seen too, Rosie, is that someone had misinformation or had a bad experience, and so they deter others because they talk it out. It's a waste of time. They're going to ask you all these questions.
It's going to take you 2 years to get it. I don't care if it takes 3 years.
It is slow. It is slow. So,
but it's slow. Let me say, like my dad said, it's slow but sure.
It is. Yeah.
Because you're going to get that back pay. Why are we so impatient? Because if you never got it, you're going to be living the way you were living already. So what have you lost? So what I'm saying, folks, for the veteran, for the family that have veteran, you have more to gain than you do to lose by going forward and pressing forward. You have to be persistent. Because sometimes you may get a worker who just not feeling it, or maybe mad because you getting that kind of money and not on a job every day. Somebody better walk me around here, because sometimes people be hating on folks in some of these social places. I'm sure Mary Freeman know what I'm talking about. There are folks, everybody not happy because the veteran getting a check. You may have somebody, particularly if you look a certain way, you may have someone saying, well, they don't need this money, all they're going to do is drink it up. But people are always judging people. So then that's why family, that's why somebody like Shirley come in. That's why your sister, your brother, your friend come in to fight for you. Everybody need a strong advocate for everything, for medical and all of that. You need somebody that have your back. You got to have that.
You also have a lot of since it's wartime, you got a lot of people with PTSD. You have a lot of counselors and psychiatric care and stuff like that. It's support groups. So say if you're having issues with your emotional problems, right? Any place there's a VA, you can walk in and get a psychologist, a psychiatrist, a counsel, also a big support group. Okay.
And that's what most people can't get. You got a lot of men and women in the street that really need mental health and counseling. They can't get it. So if you're a veteran or connected, you're able. What about your children too, right? They have the medical benefits, Shirley, and the wife?
The children?
Some benefits.
Some. Some.
Yeah.
Okay. But and the spouse does.
Like she said earlier, service connected and all required too in qualifying for some of the benefits, but that's why we have these experts coming on Saturday. It was something else I was going to say. Rosie's talking about people serving. I just want to say publicly, we told her when Elsie first got ill, Rosie was there. And I thank you. She was at our home. I asked her to stay overnight, and she did. So I get emotional. So I'm just going to end it there. That Rosie, thank you. And when Rosie says she's there to help everyone, she's there, not just lips. This woman will do all that she can.
Did she take over the house? Did she take over the house? Did she take over the house?
I did make breakfast for a couple of
but it's so important that how people understand what it is when you're at a point. And I'm just so grateful to think or to see where LC is, because if you guys had seen him some years ago, you would not even believe that he would still be here and doing what he's doing. He is really a miracle in the making. But what I decided to do when I saw that, the type of work, Elaine, that Shirley had to do 24/7. And I said, the least I can do is go there and spend one night so she can sleep all night, one night a week. And that's the kind of stuff we need to do. And I didn't realize how important it was to them. She tells me now how much it meant. I just want to make sure, because can you imagine? I don't care. It's hard for you to sleep if you have someone sick. You'll lay there, but you don't have the type of sleep. But they knew they could count on me on Wednesday. They were like going to prayer meeting, you guys. I went to prayer meeting every Wednesday, Lane, going there to be there with my prayer meeting. That's really church, folks. People talking about they serve God. You don't serve God. You worship. You serve the people. Okay, so since Shirley brought that up, I just had to go there, because somebody listening might think about a friend you have that you can go and relieve them, if it's just for 4 hours. So why don't you go and just go shopping? I'll stay here for 4 hours. I'll be here 6 hours. That's not too much to ask. So thank you for that. So we talked about the barriers, we said, because you listen to other people. And Mary talked about service-related and non-service. So here you're talking to somebody who are non-service, who trying to tell us service-related what benefits you can't get. Oh, man, you can't get that. They're not.
What time is it?
Oh, yeah, I know LC have to be off at, 10 minutes here? Yeah, it's 10:40. So LC, we're going to keep the show going. I know you're going to have to jump off, but we really, I mean, this is very valuable. The show is going to be on YouTube because a lot of people need this information. So, Shirley, I want you to, Elsie, give us some closing remarks about your experience, what this had meant to you, and if you had had a known early, how much you missed because you didn't know earlier, but you're grateful that you know now and you're trying to help other people. So give us a closing remark on that, and then we'll keep rolling. We have Elaine, we have different people to just kind of talk about what we have gotten out of this show today. Mr. Green.
Well, it was kind of hard at first because I got really, really ill all of a sudden. I was used to getting up walking 2 or 3 miles every day, and I wasn't sick. I had asthma and things like that, but it never kept me down. And then along came all of these problems that can be psychologically difficult if you don't have a spouse in your corner and people like Rosie and other people in your corner. So because of that, I'm still here today. I have quality of life, and basically that's what we want other people to have. It's quality of life, because a lot of people don't understand illness can be there, but all of a sudden it just attacks.
Yeah.
And you'll be wondering where did it come from. But it was there all along. And I'm just really grateful to have a wonderful wife and friends around like Rosie, and a great family that has always been support. My wife has held me up. As a matter of fact, she makes sure I don't fall when I stand up. And sometimes, fellas, you're going to get upset with the spouse, because they'll be going like, stand up straight, hold your you can't do this, you can't do that. And you know you can't do it. But, you know, we get stubborn. We don't want them to tell us we can't do it.
And you know what was so impressive to me, Elsie? I recall how when there was time that you felt discouraged, you kind of wanted to cry. Shirley, whatever he was going through, Shirley would stop and say, let's pray. Let's pray. Shirley, I always tell people that how you would stop him in his track and you would pray. See, some people don't know what prayer is. They can pray at church. They can get up and they can lead devotion. But there are some children who have never, ever heard their parent call on God, have never heard a prayer from their parent. They can only pray at church, but Shirley prays at home. She prayed with LC, and when she prayed with LC, it just calmed him down, and he knew, well, Shirley been talking to God, so let me lay my cell phone back down. So I still say I'm going to find me a veteran. Shirley, I'm going to let you guys go because I know you all have to have this appointment that you have to keep. But I just thank you for being on with us today. Elsie, thank you, because you could have just gone through and got your little check and say, I ain't going to tell nobody I'm getting money. I ain't going to tell nobody I ever been sick. And that's why you're so blessed, because you have made yourself a witness to what can happen. We need more witnesses about what we can come through in life. So I want to thank you so much. And, you know, I'm glad that I've been a part of that, as I've been a part of so many of my friends' illness. I've had 3 friends who were in hospice, and I was there. You know, I stayed at the home. So, folks, it's all about serving. So when I say I'm serving the people. I can't serve God. He doesn't need me. I can worship him. So you guys, thank you so much. I know you got to go. So have a great day.
All right. Thank you for having us on, Rosie. Appreciate you. Love you. Thank you.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome.
So Saturday from 10 to 12, veterans welcome. Come and hear from those who know, to learn more about what benefits and what the process is, and ask them not to have too proud to receive it, you know.
Right. Okay. Thank you guys very
Bye,
much.
everyone. Have a good day.
You too. Okay.
You.
Now, what I want to ask those that's on here, I want to know, um, share with us what you got from this show. Share with us if there's something that you got from this show that you can walk away and that you can take home, you can take to your community. Are there people that you're thinking of right now that you can give some information because you got the right information now? Elaine, Motorola, you guys just talk to me. Tell me, what's your takeaway? Ricky, Elaine, what's your takeaway?
Hmm.
Motorola, what's your takeaway? Keith, what's your takeaway?
Well, I've been surrounded by vets for a very long time, and like I said, the biggest thing is them not keeping up with information because it's always changing. Like the Congress is always doing something. Okay, there's always lawsuits, like the Agent Orange bill. It took them years. It took them like 10, 15, 20 years to actually start paying out benefits for Agent Orange, and a lot of ailments that come about because of stuff like that. Because the Army handles dangerous stuff, I mean, years ago during the Gulf War, the radiation coming off the I forget what they call those missiles, right? That depleted uranium, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I had a friend. Okay, he was a vet, and he was handling the shells for this depleted uranium, right? He said it was safe, blah blah blah. But thing is, he wound up losing 2 kidneys. Okay, but things these lawsuits come up. Okay, and you have to keep up with not only the information but the lawsuits. That's how come it's good to keep in contact with vets like LC and other kind of folks because it's crowdsourced. Like some things that that you might know, some other vet is going through the same thing.
That's why they have those gatherings. They have
The
those
gatherings,
meetings.
yes.
Like I know in Inglewood,
Yes.
once a month they have a meeting where veterans come, they can share.
Yeah.
Folks, it's this networking and getting together. It's so
Mhm.
powerful because then you learn things that you can take and share with other people in your family.
And the military is not going to tell you. I mean, they'll tell you some things, but a lot of stuff that you're entitled to, they're not going to tell you. Okay.
That's what I heard. That's what I
And
heard.
there's a lot of that. There's a
That's
lot.
true.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Someone's making a comment.
Making a comment.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes.
Hi, this is Shirley Watson.
Hey,
Hi,
Shirley.
Shirley.
And hi, I'm coming on Saturday, and I did not know LC was so sick until I saw him at your author show in April, and I listened in today. But what I want to say, there are a lot of things that the VA does not tell you. And we came to Los Angeles in late 1975. The Air Force let my husband out of the military in Albuquerque, New Mexico. They diagnosed him with a nervous condition, which is known as anxiety today. And they gave him some Valium and honorable discharge. I begged him. I said, they have to let you out with some kind of medical. So we came to California, and, they denied him, and the post office hired him in 86. But when they got his records from the VA, he had to see the doctor. They denied him. Long story short, and it's a long story, they denied my husband benefits. I got him up to 50% before he died. He died in August of 2013. He died of cancer that was caused in Albuquerque on the Air Force Base. Jet fuel going in the ground from the 1950s to 1999. You hear me?
Yes.
So when he died, I got Paquito bit of money, no benefits. When Biden came by with the Biden PACT Act, I got a letter from the VA. If you apply for the highest benefit and were denied, apply again. I applied, and I found the letter when they discharged my husband from a hospital in Texas. I wrote my letter, attached to all my documents. September 2023, I got a letter from the VA. We are so sorry. They had nowhere to go. And they gave me some money and that of back pay, which wasn't a whole lot, but it was a blessing. And I get the full benefits today.
Oh.
Yeah.
So there may be a veteran that was stationed in New Mexico, because everybody that ever lived or worked on that base was affected. I didn't work. My husband worked on in an office there, and he got sick at work and he passed out. But so now there is a lawsuit for survivors, and it's a law firm in Alabama. I will bring that information.
Yeah, bring it Saturday. I think what you're saying is so important. What you're saying is don't give up. Be persistent. People throw in the towel to some.
But you know what, Dr. Rosie? Hold on a second. The phone is ringing. But you know who knows my story? LC and Shirley.
Okay.
They remember, they knew Richard, and they knew what I was going through because, see, we were friends with Doris. Doris did hair.
Yeah, Doris Mosley.
I sold clothes. LC was doing makeup. This was because I've known them since the 80s. But LC remembers.
Y'all go way back then when LC was doing that.
way back.
Exactly.
And they can remember that I was the worker because Richard was sick. LC knows. Yeah, they know.
Well, we want to make sure that you're there Saturday so you can share that story too.
Yes, ma'am. And I just told my daughter, she lives in Vegas, and I told her I want her to come because I want her to meet you because you will be doing my will and stuff, and she needs to know you.
Okay.
So hopefully she'll come, but I'm definitely going to be there and bringing information. And I'm also a caregiver.
Okay. Well, make sure you bring somebody, and I'll see you on Saturday. And I think Miss Elaine wanted to share what her takeaway from this.
Okay.
And I see Carl and Emma, that's her husband and wife. They've joined us today. They've been silent. So if you guys are benefited from this show and want to give your takeaway, feel free to open your mic and do that. Elaine, where are you?
Yeah, I'm here. I can't seem to get the camera on, but that's okay.
That's okay. We can hear you.
Yeah. And so, my takeaway is it's important that we help one another. And when you see someone that needs help, many times I'm driving down the street and I'll see someone struggling. I'll pull my car over and get out and ask, do you need help?
Wow.
And I think that is really important to do instead of saying, hey, no place to pull over. I'm just going to keep going and let the other person do it. Everybody's waiting for the next person. It's important to step up.
So you're saying it's important sometimes to inconvenience yourself. When I got to my office today, it was a lady sitting out there, and she had her clothes in a bag, as if she had been put out or whatever was going on. So I unlocked the door at my office. She asked if I had a bag that she could put some of her stuff in. So I said yes. And then I went back out and I asked her, I said, ma'am, how did you get to this point? What's going on? And she told me it was a temporary situation and that her son, somebody was going to come and pick her up. Elaine, you're absolutely right. Folks, it doesn't hurt to stop and ask the question. Carl, I think you guys kind of open your mic. You want to make a comment?
Good morning, Dr. Rosie.
Good morning.
We are so excited to be on this morning, but unfortunately, we won't be able to come Saturday because he has an appointment. It's at 11 o'clock till 3. So we'll see how we can get the information later because this is a good information and I can pass it on to some of my friends and relatives.
Wow, that's absolutely incredible. That's what it's all about. Each one teach one. Don't take this information and go home and sit on it. If you know someone that has a veteran, if you know a widow who was married to a veteran who never got any benefits because she didn't know she could have gotten them, it's still not too late. pressure charge, folks. I always tell people, stop denying yourself. Let other folks deny you. Ricky, what you walking away with? Ricky?
Yeah.
What are you walking away with today?
What I'm walking away with is to let people know that they still have a voice. They still have a voice. And all they have to do is inquire and call and ask those questions. And I think that, this will start opening up conversations more and just letting people know you do have, access to resources.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be afraid to call and inquire and ask questions. And then don't be discouraged at the people that you're calling who are frustrated and irritated, because I know a couple of people who called to ask some questions and they were very nasty and rude.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, that's everywhere. So
Mm-hmm.
don't let that be a deterrence. Get the information, be as nice as you can, and get what's coming to you. So that's what I got from it.
I love that. Get what's coming to you. I don't care how long it takes.
Yes.
Because whenever it comes, when you look at the back pay, you just should not give up. And Ricky, where's my Simone?
Oh, she's actually in Chicago. She's she's speaking at this IT convention.
Okay.
Go ahead
Very
on.
good, very
Go
good,
ahead
very
on,
good.
Simone.
Yeah,
Tell her
she's
that
the
I
panel.
asked about her.
Oh yeah, she wanted to come, but she definitely is getting ready for it. She's in Chicago. She actually wanted to say hi to you guys and say that she's definitely doing well, but she's preparing for this panel and she's excited about it. It's her first time in Chicago, so
Very good.
She's staying downtown. She ate at Michael Jordan's steakhouse last night, and so she's living her best life. But she said to say hi to everybody.
Well, let her know we missed her. She's one of our cheerleaders. Miss Elaine Jackson is one of our cheerleaders. We have cheerleaders around here, Amen corners. You know what I mean? The church, they have Amen corner. We got some Amen corners around here. And we're excited because they bring so much to the table. They really do. So they don't know that they're going to be invited on sometime to actually tell me guests that they like that we can bring to the show, and they be on co-hosting. Anybody playing with you, Elaine?
If she's in Chicago, tell her to go get the chicken and with the mild sauce. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Well, she's looking for that Chicago pizza too. That's what she.
Oh yeah, the Chicago pizza. Yeah, and the cheesesteak. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, we're glad that she's doing well. And Mola Rhoda, we're glad that you joined us. I'll be looking to see you Saturday. And folks, when you get information, I don't send no information. I am on the phone. I met a young lady. I was at a church Sunday. The little boy, Keith, was 10 years old. He played the violin. He played when the Saints go marching. It was so wonderful. So afterward, I asked his mom about him because when I have my next town hall meeting, I'm going to have him come.
Okay.
And when I do Black Writers on Tour, I'm going to have him to open up. But I asked her, how did he learn this? Guess what she told me? Salvation Army has a free class.
Okay.
All you do is pay $10 registration. She sent me the flyer with all the different addresses. You got one there in Watts. You got them all around here. They teach whatever instrument that you want to learn. He learned. So, folks, it's about sharing information. That's what's missing with us. We don't share enough. So I'm going to pass that information on to everybody I know. What a great thing to get your child into a free music lesson class. Folks, that's incredible. So we have to pass and share information. And on the 30th, you guys know William Benson, a father forever. He has a trip. I think it's Redondo Beach where they're taking children. Now they're asking you if you can go along because he can't supervise all these kids, but they're going to do boat riding. I mean, they introduced a whole another community. So I'll be talking about that on each show and asking parents to go along and take their children, introduce them to something different than around the corner from their house. Y'all understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what he's doing. So Keith, as we come into a close, what's your takeaway?
Well, the thing is, like I said, I've been around a lot of vets for a lot of years, and basically what I've learned is if you're going to deal with the VA, you got to have a lot of patience, and sometimes it's not, like I said, even for the little smallest things, it can take up to a year, and for the bigger things, okay, it can take multiple years. But the thing is, you got to be patient, you got to be persistent, okay, and keep up with your bills in Congress. Also, keep up with your lawsuits because
know your rights, huh?
You got to know your rights because they can change. They can change from year to year and sometimes from month to month. Like when Biden got in, okay, there's certain things that he'll push for veterans, and it's constantly changing. So you have to keep up, and that's how come you need a network of vets. Because, like I said, because. Like the young lady says, okay, the administration is not going to tell you, okay, but the thing is, your network will, and a lot of things people find out it's almost by word of mouth. So you have to keep up. You got to keep in contact with vets. You got to keep in contact with your administration, okay, and be patient. Okay, and like you said, let somebody else tell you. Keep asking, keep knocking on that door. Remember the widow and the evil judge.
That's right. He said, "I don't believe in your God. I don't believe in none of that, but you worry me."
Yeah.
So sometimes you gotta wear people down by showing up in their face. Now, what was also interesting, Keith, that I'm learning the possibility of widows who have lost their husband who was veteran. Can open the door. Well, they can open the door because you were married to them. You should have gotten the benefits then, but you didn't know. Now that you know, folks, you can still go and claim your benefits.
And sometimes you get advocates, veteran advocates. You might not be able to afford a lawyer, but things you had a lot of veteran advocates that will fight for you. Instead of a lawyer. So there's a lot of resources out there. But the thing is, you got to not be afraid. Like I said, closed mouth don't get fed, as you always say, okay? You got to open your mouth. You got to get in contact with the vets. You got to get into the network. And you'd be surprised the amount of information that will come back towards you.
And that's why, as we close, I'm going to say it again. Too many of our veterans are suffering in silence. Not from lack of service, but from a lack of information. So, folks, today we hope that you take this information and you share it and be a helper, be an advocate. Help those who can't read and fill out the application. People get intimidated, especially nowadays with everything being tech. Email this. And they don't even have a computer. Folks, we got a lot of help we need to do.
But the thing is, you don't have a computer, but guess what? You got a phone.
That's right.
You got a phone. There's no excuse.
Well, folks, have a great day. Thank you, Elaine, Motorola, Ricky, Irma, Carl, everybody that was on, all of you who are listening. Go spread the good news.